Welcome Chaira Flaunders, Head of the Media and Communication Unit at the Department of Agriculture, and Delaney, Senior Business Advisor at the Small Businesses Development Center. They are joining us here today to share some insight into the upcoming Back to My Roots night market. So good morning. Well, before I continue, I think I'm missing out a little thing. So TVC is now live on the Tele TV network in St. Martin, and Good Morning SKN is airing there today for the first time. So tell your friends and family to tune in, and that Chaira and Delwayne are on, so they have to watch. Okay? So good morning to you both, and welcome back.
Good morning again. It's always a pleasure.
Always our pleasure having you indeed.
Yes. I'm family now.
Of course. Delwayne is as well.
Sure is. So can you tell us the role the Department of Agriculture and Small Business Development Center has in this particular night market?
Okay, so obviously you know that I'm always excited. I say this every time because it's true, you could tell. The night market event is my favorite event, and it's usually hosted by just the Ministry of Agriculture. But in 2023, we've decided that we're going to partner with Small Business Development. Yay! So we'll be partnering with Small Business Development Center, and that's of course why I brought Delwayne with me here today, because the Agri-Night Market is not just about agriculture anymore. We have decided that we're going to partner with them, which is something that is new to us, but it's not quite scary because of course we have farmers who are also small business owners. And so, of course, later on in the conversation, I'll let Delwayne tell us a little bit about small business and the role that small business will play in this particular event. The event, of course, that is this week. Okay. Yes.
Right.
I don't know about later on in the conversation. How about now? Because I want to know, obviously, you've decided to partner. So what are you hoping to accomplish by establishing this partnership?
So last year, the Small Business Development Center, we decided to have a trade show, we like to call it, at the public market. And it was well received. We were on our own, so we asked the Ministry of Agriculture if we can loan us the space, so to speak. And it was well received. And we invited persons from the Ministry of Agriculture. They were there while the small businesses showcase their products and services to some extent. And as Ms. Flaunders would have indicated, that come 2023, that we decided to say, hey, let's work together, right? Let's share our resources. You have some things that we need, and vice versa, and we can merge our synergies and make it a grand event. So that's where the whole concept came about. And Ms. Flaunders would have indicated that farmers are also small business owners, right? And we understand that we can always use that assistance as it relates from a technical standpoint, especially farmers. They like to be in the field, plowing and doing what they do on a daily basis, and sometimes the technical aspect is not where it needs to be. So we think that is a very positive collaboration in this event.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like a great marriage to hear you articulate it.
It is.
But I want to know, why wait this long to figure that you folks could have collabed?
Well, the truth is, I feel like it was something in the making. Okay. The good thing about it, though, is we did not really have such a close relationship before, but we now do, because our minister is the same minister. Okay. The Honorable Samuel Duggins is also not only the Minister of Agriculture, but the minister responsible for small business. Yes, so that's where the marriage comes in. Yes, he's thinking.
Indeed.
All right, so obviously the night markets, you said they're, they make me excited. They make you excited. They make everybody excited.
Absolutely.
Why now have Back to My Roots? What is going to be different this time around, other than what you've already said?
Well, I was thinking that I was hoping that you would have gotten the Back to Roots, Jamie, I mean, but for those persons who were wondering.
What is that, Chaira?
We usually have a theme for the night market events, but this particular theme for the night market that is coming up on Thursday, the 23rd. The Back to My Roots, it's actually us celebrating Black history. Right. And so we decided, and I'm about to give you a really big announcement. This is going to be, yes, your first reveal. This is going to be a monthly event. So last year, the last time we appeared on this show, we discussed, Mr. Ian Chapman and myself, that it was something that was tentative, we weren't certain as yet. And we were depending on the feedback from majority of the vendors and the farmers as well, for those persons who continuously asked, if this couldn't happen on a monthly basis. And so we've determined the Ministry of Agriculture, Small Business Development will now be collaborating, and we'll be hosting this particular event on a monthly basis. And so this month's theme is Back to My Roots, for the, of course, celebration of Black history, and it's also History and Heritage Month.
Okay.
So that particular theme at the night market, that's going to be on Thursday. We're inviting persons to come on out in their cultural / African wear. Yes, because we're going to have a competition.
Ooh.
And that competition is going to allow for the best dressed person to get the recognition that they really do deserve.
Are we in a bowl this time?
Yes. I mean, I guess you can say. But we're still kind of working out the kinks.
Okay.
Yes, we have a couple days to figure out the kinks in a couple places, but the Back to My Roots night market also focuses on eating the way that we were initially supposed to be eating. And so how we always promote eating local, eating healthy, buying local, growing your own. Well, this week we're featuring a few roots and tubers, because right now we have a couple roots and tubers on the ground.
I was waiting for exactly. You see where my mind was going with roots, right?
We have a couple, yes, we have a couple roots and tubers on the ground, and so we are also promoting, we're highlighting eating more root crops, eating your roots and tubers, not straying away from eating our sweet potatoes, your white potato, your cassava, eating all of those things, your dashi. Yes, we take vegetables like beets for granted, and beets really does so much for the body.
Sure does.
So beets and carrots, sweet potatoes, all of those things will be highlighted at the night market, because that is also a part of participating in the Back to Roots, Back to My Roots. That's our food.
Yes.
That is the food that we should embrace, and that is the food that we really should be eating more of. So that's where the whole idea comes from. I mean, it also means, we're celebrating our cultural heritage through music, culture, which brings me to my next point. We're also collaborating with the Department of Culture as well.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so they're going to also assist us with the whole production of things. We're going to have a few cultural presentations. So it would be nice for persons to come and, while you're eating, of course, and you're partaking, you could also stay and enjoy the cultural presentation as well.
Yeah, I learned something as well.
Yes, exactly.
So Delwayne, question for you. How many small businesses have already registered for this event?
We are at our max, so we have 30 plus. I think we're over actually. So we have to figure out some logistics there.
Okay.
So we have over subscribed within a matter of days. I said persons are excited about this. They can not only make a few extra bucks, but also the networking is very important, and that's where you find the synergies, and you say, hey, I didn't know you do this. Yeah, well, yeah, now you know, and you have long-lasting partnerships emerging out of these night markets and these collaborations and that sort of thing. So we are well on our way. As Ms. Flaunders would have mentioned, it's a nightly market, so persons who would have missed out the month of February, is the camera. Don't miss it, month of March, we got you.
Yes. Yes, so we're going to have this. I know it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I know that, but I like a little bit of a challenge.
I was going to say for you, not me. I just have to. You're the one
That's true. It'll be quite a bit of a challenge because we've been so used to, planning and preparing for the event. That's usually on a quarterly basis. But this particular event, it gives the farmers and the small business owners, the agro-processors, the farmers, the fishers, you name it, all of our food producers, the opportunity to showcase what they offer. And if that means that we're going to help and cater to them on a monthly basis, then so be it.
When you speak about challenges, what type of challenges do you expect to encounter?
God, see, you know, people tired. We work. I mean, there is a lot that goes into, no matter how small a production is, there is always work to be done, always. But I really look forward to the planning of the event on a monthly basis. It's something new. And so we're going to try to give it our best shot. And since the partnership is also something that is new, perhaps it would give us bright ideas. You know, there's some things that you think you might have known already, that someone else might come with a different perspective and say, hey, you know what, maybe we should try this, maybe we should try that. And so the collaboration between small business development and also with the Department of Culture may actually help to turn this event into something that is bigger than what we, initially had before, right? Yes, what it intended to be.
I like the prospects.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I like the enthusiasm and the happiness when you say bigger, the light that comes to your face.
Yes, it's a night market. There is food there. You know how I feel about my food, guys. There is always food.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the cook-up is absolutely popular. I'm telling you right now, the cook-up goes first.
Oh, wow.
I don't understand why.
Because it's absolutely good, as you said.
I guess. But it sells so quickly.
Yeah. Wow.
But the cook-up is definitely one of those things that if you really want to get it, you have to go early. Okay. The fresh fish, also the Bastille Fisheries Complex, when they bring fish thinking we're bringing enough fish. It's never enough. The lobsters go quickly, the conchs go quickly, everything is going to be there. Fresh on the ice, ready to go. So the lobsters are also grilled. Yeah, so you have to get also there grilled. Early. Also grilled.
Oh,
also grilled.
Chaira, why are you making me hungry? I don't like that anymore. Well, lucky for you. Your salvation lies in the fact that it's going to be a monthly event.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So, which leads me to my next question, Delwayne. Since you have, an influx of registrants this time around, is there any thought being given to perhaps running them over to the other months if you need to?
There is some thought of doing that. We have a very, very good database. We have been engaging the small businesses, and they understand, hey, maybe not this month, but next month, and so forth. So, I mean, they're very engaged. We have a wide spectrum of small businesses that will be on show come this Thursday, from persons who into jewelry, wax making, food and beverage, candles, you name it, they'll be there. It's a wide variety, pottery with what's her name?
Carla. Yes.
Right, so
and the earrings.
And the earrings with Vikish. Persons will be there all out, expecting, that good vibe come this Thursday. Yeah.
But I want to ask, so I didn't make it in this month, but I have to make it in next month. So I make it in next month, it's good. And from, let's say Jamie was in the previous month and he wants to come back. Is there any plans to do an expansion so that everybody can be there every month?
Listen, I think that we're going to soon have to have this conversation because I believe that this is something that is continuously growing. And because of that, we may have to actually sit down and discuss the prospects of expanding the event, maybe even taking it on the outside of the market, hopefully. So that's a conversation that we would also have to have with the traffic department to see how maybe we could turn that particular strip of road into an avenue that would just specifically cater to the patrons of the night market. Yes, but we really right now want to focus on bringing persons back inside the market. Yes, so we're going to stick and stay right there at the market.
Why?
For now.
That's the why for me. Why inside? Why are you so focused on bringing them back inside?
Well, you see, the thing is, the public market and its history, I mean, it goes without saying. The purpose of the market is exactly why we have the night market events now. The initial intent for the night market was actually, well, the name was the Agri Night in the Market. So we shortened the term, of course, because it's catchy and for marketing purposes, of course, it's cute. But the whole idea and the concept is to have the night in the market, because most of the persons who visit the market and who visited as a child, like I did, we went with grandparents and we went with older siblings. You know, your parents carried you to get fresh fruits and vegetables on a Saturday morning, on a Monday morning. And so we wanted to just change that and make it something that was also a nighttime social event. Yes, we don't really have much that's going on when it comes to the purchasing of local, fresh, organic produce in the evening time.
Yes.
You go to the supermarket, and if the supermarket closes at 7 or 9 o'clock, that's it for you.
That's it.
This event is from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m.
No.
Why you're eating after 10 p.m., I don't know.
Because we're hungry and we need it.
But that gives you the opportunity to snack on healthy things like breadfruit chips.
Oh my gosh.
Cassava chips, plantain chips. Yes.
Oh, Lord.
If you're going to have those snacks in the evening time, attention.
Oh, I mean,
Perhaps this is the opportunity to make sure that you snack on something that is healthy and something that came from the ground.
Yes.
Yes. So we really want persons to understand. We want persons to feel the energy of the public market and to remember the whole purpose of the public market. Which also brings me to the next point. We're considering taking the night market to maybe the Sandy Point public market the next time around.
Nice.
Yes, and hopefully in the future we could also have it at the Boreal stalls as well. So we're having the discussions and we will finalize. And of course, when I do and we come back, you'll know. You'll probably be the first to know.
Family, come on back.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So could you remind the public before we go the time of the night market?
Absolutely.
The date?
So for those of you who missed it and you're just tuning in, we are preparing ourselves for the highly anticipated Back to My Rootz Agri Night Market that is going to be held on Thursday, 23rd. That is this Thursday, 23rd February 2023. And it's going to be held at the Bastia Public Market from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. Now, the last time I had to make it very clear, there were persons who wanted to stay in the public market all the way up to midnight. And I don't blame them because the energy was there, the vibe was good. We had a couple lobsters left, maybe just 2. I had the last one, but I understood. So we don't really try to run people out of the market because, you know, if we have vendors who are still there and they're selling, small businesses who are still there and they're selling, we want them to get the last bit of the sales. Yes, but we really want you to know that it ends at 10 p.m. Okay, so yes.
Because you've got work the next day.
Exactly, we do have work the next day. So please go easy on us. Please go easy on us. But we can't wait to see you there. And of course, because this is a monthly event, we want you to know if you missed this one, you should catch us on the next one. And that would be in March. Yes.
Wow, so much excitement.
It
Back
is.
to My Rootz. Yeah.
Back to
You
My
guys made me
Rootz
hungry.
Agri
Sorry
Night
about
Market.
that. That's terrible. I'm thinking about food now, Deli. All right, but always a pleasure catching up with you guys.
Always.
Wish you every success with this endeavor and the collaboration.
Thank you. Always.
Good to see.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome.